Hey, it's Jared. In this video, I'm going to show you all of my experience and my complete website using LearnDash. Now, LearnDash is an LMS, which is a learning management system or software for WordPress, and it's absolutely great. For over 3 years, I've been managing all of my courses with LearnDash, and I did take a little bit of a break and tried out a different platform. I've tried multiple platforms over the years, from Teachable to Podia to Kajabi, and also other WordPress plugins as well. And LearnDash has been the most stable and most flexible plugin that I've tested, and it's the plugin that I use on my course's website. So what is LearnDash? Well, LearnDash is a plugin designed to help you create, manage, and sell engaging online courses. I'm going to show you just how I do that on my website. LearnDash has a lot of different integrations, and it's one of the reasons that I like it. A lot of plugins kind of force you to use its own system, and I love the fact that I can integrate with WooCommerce. I'm currently using BuddyBoss, and there are just tons of different integrations that are available for LearnDash that you can use to build out a great experience for the people that are taking courses on your site. So this is my course website. You can see all of the different courses here. It shows the percent complete, and obviously I'm logged in under my account, so I have access to all of these. And so you can see the percent complete here on a course. If I go and click on one of these, it will take me into the course because I'm logged in already, so it's not going to take me to purchase a course that I already have. You can see since I've completed this one, I can download a custom certificate, which you can create and put in the back end of the website so that when people complete your courses, they can download a certificate. I also have the information of the course here and all of the course videos. Now, if I go into one of these videos, it will take me into kind of the classroom experience. And the classroom experience is very, common. You have all of your videos over on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side, you have perhaps the video, and you have any content that you might want to add with some resources and stuff like that. And so it's a very simple and clean experience. And if I wanted to, I can also go into a dark mode, and then I can also maximize this and get rid of all the distracting information so I don't have to see everything else over on the side. Now, some of these features are from the BuddyBoss theme and not necessarily from LearnDash, but you can utilize all of these. And the experience that you see here as far as the design is going to be dependent on the theme that you use. And I'm using the BuddyBoss theme, which I'll make sure to link down below with this video. And that theme works out really well. It's a simple, clean user interface. And I love the way that the courses are displayed. This background area could be an image as well, but I just have a color. I'm not using a background image there. So the course page looks great. Lots of good information, very easy to see everything that a person would need. And then if I go back to my courses page, I have all of the courses listed out here, and I can see all courses and also courses that I have access to. So if somebody only had one or two of my courses, this would narrow things down. We can also do alphabetical, newly created, or search by my process and have it restructure and refilter all of these by that information. We can choose the categories. And then there's also multiple instructor support as well, so that I could easily go and just see all of the courses from that specific instructor. Now we're looking at the back end of the website where all of the courses would be listed. Now on my website, I am using WooCommerce for the purchasing of the course. And so if somebody purchases a course, they're purchasing it through WooCommerce, and WooCommerce is giving them access to the course because WooCommerce has an integration with LearnDash LMS. When they make a purchase, it instantly gives them access to the specific course. If you don't want to use WooCommerce, you can configure course purchasing right from within LearnDash as well, including integration with Stripe or PayPal, and everything can be handled right there. But I wanted the benefits of using WooCommerce, which there's a lot more integrations with WooCommerce for email marketing, for communication, for product follow-up, for cross-selling, promoting, and all of those different things. And so I wanted WooCommerce involved on my website because of that. LearnDash has a few of those things, but it's definitely not as elaborate. For example, an abandoned cart email. If somebody adds a course to their cart and doesn't check out, I want to be able to send them an abandoned cart email a few hours later, and then maybe another reminder the next day if they didn't check out after that. I want to make sure that people aren't falling away from being able to purchase and take one of my courses. Let's look at one of the course builders. I have my Sony ZV Ultimate Guide. If I just click on this, it takes me to the course information page where I can edit the information for the course. So we have our short description here. We also have a dashboard of information down here below that shows the amount of lessons, how many enrolled, how many people have completed it. I don't have all of the information from this course added yet, so nobody has completed the course, but it will be finished soon and all of the additional information will be there. Now, if I want to edit the course sales page, here is all of the information that I've added there. Then basic WordPress, we can add a featured image. We have the published status, the date that that course went live, the URL for it, the author. We can categorize it down here. We can add tags, and then we can also see the associated content that's connected with that. Now, under the builder is where you create all of the content. So in here, I have all of the videos. And so if I click, I'm just going to open one of these in a new tab, and we'll see essentially a WordPress post page in which we would give it a title. We would add in any information. So this has just a video. So I have a video file there. And then we have the ability to control when that video is published, the author, and all of that stuff. It even has revisions so that I can roll back to a previous version, just like a typical WordPress post or WordPress page. And I could build out this content for the page here, either using WordPress's built-in tools, which I found is probably the best, or if you have other plugins like Elementor or something like that, you could build out more dynamic pages. But for me, I'm just using WordPress's built-in tools just to keep the pages clean and simple, adding content that I need there. Now, these are really easy to drag and drop and reorganize. And you can see I have sections for my course. It's very easy to build these out just by hitting new lesson or new section. And then we can also add a final quiz at the end. Now under settings, here's where we would choose the enrollment method. We have open course, which means anybody can take that course even if they are not registered. So that would mean I come to a website, there's a course there, I can start taking it immediately, and I don't have to enter any of my information. A free course is protected, which means registration and enrollment is required, but there's no cost. Now, the first 4 of these options are going to relate to using LearnDash as the method for checking out. And so if I chose free here, essentially somebody would just have to register and then they'd get access to it. It wouldn't run them through WooCommerce, and I'm using WooCommerce, so I'll talk about this closed feature down below. There's also the Buy Now option, which is a protected option that uses the LearnDash built-in plugin or Stripe option. And so this is what you would use if you were selling your course for a specific price. And then you'd configure within LearnDash PayPal or Stripe, so that way the payment could be accepted. And then there's also recurring, which would be for subscriptions. So a recurring would be maybe monthly, quarterly, yearly, and it would charge them based on whatever that subscription time frame was. And that would also be integrated with PayPal or Stripe directly. Now, because I'm using WooCommerce, I have the closed option, which means the course can only be accessed through admin enrollment manual. But what I have here is the price of the course, and then I have a link to the WooCommerce product page. And so when somebody clicks on enroll, it takes them to the WooCommerce product page. They sign up through WooCommerce. And then when they complete their purchase, WooCommerce, because of its integration with LearnDash, will tell LearnDash that this person has access to this course. And when we get down to the bottom of this page, I'll show you the list of people that have registered for this course and how they're essentially added. We can add course materials here, which allows us to add media or links. And this is displayed on the main course page. We can add a challenge exam. We can make the course content always available or only visible to enrollees. And so I have the option to have it always visible there, so that way they can see every course module that they're getting. But if you wanted to protect that, because maybe the course modules are proprietary and you don't want to share them, you can choose to have them hidden. And then you can just use that course section up at the top to include whatever sales information or relevant information that people need to have for the course. We can also choose a pagination. So if you have a really long course with a lot of content, you might want to have pagination, so that way it just doesn't become an insanely long page. We also have a course completion page that people can be redirected to after they complete the course. So you might have a thank you page or a page where they could fill out a questionnaire or a survey for the course. And that's something that I need to finish doing on this site, is that after they complete the page, they go to a thank you page. There's also the survey there, so that way they could fill it out and give me that feedback. Because right now I get feedback, but not as much as I would like. Now, we also have requirements for enrollment, such as a prerequisite course. Somebody has to take a course before they can take this one. And then we also have the option to enable course points, which gives people points for completing courses. Now, an option that I used that I found to be really cool is the start and end date. If you're doing a course that is a specific time frame, like maybe it launches on April 1st and it's a weekly course module through June or something like that, you can set the start and the end date for the course as well. So people have to complete it within a specific amount of time. And you might do that for like a cohort-based course where people are going through everything at the same time and are probably part of a community also and are encouraging each other, and everybody's doing everything all at the same time. The start and the end date is a great option for that. You can also set the student limits. And then I have some options here from Fluent CRM, which is a CRM that I'm using on the site. I've made a video about Fluent CRM before, so you should check that out. This automatically tags students that are added to this course in Fluent CRM so that I can send out specific emails just to students of this course. And so this process is all automated and managed right from within my WordPress site. I can then assign a course certificate. And so I have a basic certificate that everybody can get access to. And then here's where you would assign how many course completion points people would get. We had that course points option up above. How many points do people get for completing this course if you're going to do the point system? We also have two options for course progression. You have linear, which means people have to go one video at a time, or freeform, which lets them jump around. And so if I wanted people to be able to jump around and go to course videos that made sense to them, freeform would be the best option. Now down here is where you would see all of your enrolled course students. And I have to block all of this out because it shows email addresses and names. And so what I'm able to do here is manually add people into the course. But this is the process that WooCommerce automates. WooCommerce, when somebody makes the purchase, automates the process of moving them from a user on the site to a student of a specific course. So there's simply a ton of different options for you to customize the individual course experience. And then there's also a lot of settings available for LearnDash itself. Now, another thing that I like about LearnDash and having WooCommerce integrated is that I get my WooCommerce sales stats right here. And then I also have the LearnDash reports overview right here, which shows me my total students, total amount of courses. And then if I have assignments, it shows assignments pending and essays pending, which this is good because if I have assignments or essays that I need to grade, because maybe those are requirements of certain courses, then I know how much work that I have to do as far as an admin coming in here and making sure that those assignments are checked or making sure that those essays are taken care of. Now, looking at the settings for LearnDash, there's a lot here and it could be a little bit confusing. Majority of the time, I am under courses and managing my courses there. Under lessons is where every single individual video or piece of content that you have connected to a specific course would be listed. And so there's a lot of them. And this could be a little bit challenging and maybe even confusing initially, but it makes it really easy for you to get to a specific video or piece of content that is part of a lesson so that you don't have to go digging through the course in order to get to it. So if I wanted to find specific camera video on ISO, I could just do a search for it and search those lessons and then get to it. This one, the one in the Ditch Auto course, and so I can quickly go to it and edit it. Now, quizzes is something that I'm going to be adding to all of my courses relatively soon. I'm not using quizzes, but quizzes are great because it adds an additional layer of engagement with your courses, and it allows the students to know whether or not they fully understand all of the course content that they've consumed over the time that they've been taking that course. So I'm in a private browser now, and if I go to the courses page, this is what somebody would see if they were a student. They would see all of the courses, and it shows that they're not enrolled, shows the price. It obviously doesn't show that there is any course progress because they haven't taken any of these courses yet. So if they were wanting to look at one of these courses, for example, this photography course, they'd see the sales page with all of the information, and they'd see all of the different videos that are available. There's a sample lesson available, so they can click to go in and view that sample lesson, and then they'd see everything that's within the student experience here, which is great because I want people to kind of get a taste of what that experience looks like. Now, if I want to take that course, I hit Take Course, and this is where they would transition over to WooCommerce. And so WooCommerce here, this is a WooCommerce sales page. They can then add this to cart. There's also popular courses available down here below if they wanted to add additional courses. There's the ability for them to enter a coupon code if they have one. If they're a recurring customer, they can log in and it will pre-fill out all of their information that they've already added. You can also see that there's billing details that I have simplified in here, so that way they don't have to put their full address or anything. It's just simply their name, their email, their country, and their zip code, because that's all that's needed for the payment. And I'm not shipping anything to them, so they don't need anything else. And then a simple payment method here that they can just go and fill out and then purchase the course. And then they immediately have access after they place their order. So it's a very simplified process. And then on the back end, as I mentioned before, because I'm using WooCommerce, it automatically gives them access to their course. It automatically tags them in Fluent CRM, so that way I can send out an automated email to them, thanking them for joining the course, giving them a brief introduction to the course, and letting them know what they can expect. I can also automatically send them a follow-up email a day or two later, asking how their course progress is going, if they have any questions along the way. And so I can automate my process of engaging with my students as well, because I'm using Fluent CRM. Now, there are several LearnDash plugins that are available for free. For example, I'm using the certificate builder. Notifications I used to use before I integrated Fluent CRM. This allowed me to send out some automatic notifications, nothing too pretty. They were just basic emails. LearnDash notifications I used to use before integrating Fluent CRM. And this one was good for sending out just basic emails after they have performed some task, whether it's completing a course module or completing a course or something like that. You can send out some basic notifications. And then they also have a free migration tool if you're using another competitor like LearnPress, Tutor LMS, Sensei, or something like that. You can migrate your courses over. LearnDash has been really good for me, and it's provided a great experience for my students over the last 3 or so years that I've been using LearnDash. I'm also using LearnDash on a variety of client sites as well. And so I have 4 different client sites that are using LearnDash for content. A couple of them are free courses that they make available to people who register. And then there are a couple others that are also selling courses, and they have enjoyed the experience of using LearnDash as well. So check out the link in the description to LearnDash. I also have some of the other plugins that I find super useful for using with LearnDash. I'm going to be producing more content here as well. I have a couple of free WordPress courses if you're just getting started with WordPress on my courses website, but I am going to begin the process of working on a complete video course on how to create the system that I have, which is an entire course management and marketing and sales system within one WordPress installation, which means not having to have a ton of different subscriptions to external tools and marketing services that are expensive and make the process of doing something like having your own courses and selling them more expensive than it's worth. So you'll want to make sure that you're subscribed so you can be notified when that becomes available. But thanks for checking out this video. If you found it useful, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so you can be notified of new videos, and I hope to see you back in another one soon. Take care.